My dear children, how are you all? Hope you are all doing fine and in good health. May God bestow you with health, prosperity and happiness, children. My dear children, today your Radhika Ma'am is here with a new chapter. You might see the name of the chapter and the number on the screen. The chapter is based on neighborhood places. What is the name of our chapter? Visit to neighborhood places. And what is the number? 12. So we are going to begin the last chapter in our EVS subject. Okay. And it is very interesting. Every chapter in English and EVS and Maths, or let it be Hindi or Malayalam, every chapter is interesting. Children, so today I am going to start with visit to the neighborhood places. Now children, I hope all of you know who is a neighbor. Who is a neighbor? Neighbor is a person who stays near to our place, isn't it? So neighborhood. Neighborhood means the people and the places together make up the neighborhood. Okay, for example, you may have a hospital in your neighborhood, you may have a post office, you may have a police station or a bank or a park in your neighborhood. We will come to know more about neighborhood when we are proceeding with the lesson. Then all your doubts will be cleared. I know you are very eager to know more about the neighborhood. Shall we start it, children? Okay, here we go. Children, I know you are very much eager to know more about the neighborhood. Can you see some beautiful pictures on the screen? I have illustrated some pictures of neighborhood, like a police station, a hospital, a fire department, a railway station, a bank and a school. The police station, the police helps in maintaining a peaceful atmosphere. Because of them, we are able to sleep peacefully at night, isn't it? They keep the robbers and thieves away. Now, what about hospital? Now, hospital is playing a very important role. They always played an important role, but nowadays, the COVID warriors, isn't it? Doctors, nurses are all called COVID warriors. They are protecting us from this COVID, and whoever gets COVID, they are helping them to get out of it. The doctors are all playing a very important role. What about fire department? Whenever a building or a house catches fire, the people from the fire department, who are called firefighters, come and help in putting out the fire. Railway station, you all know, but it's not there in our book, but it's here. Railway station is an important place, so I thought I will include that too. Railway station, you all know. Nowadays, railway stations, we are not going as often as we used to go when we were traveling in the normal times. So what will we do in a railway station? Yeah, the trains help us to cover long distances. We have a bank. What is the function of a bank? Yes, the money, our savings and our jewelry can be kept safely in a bank, isn't it? Bank also gives loan for buying a house, vehicle or even study loans too. We have a school. This is also not mentioned in your lesson, but I just thought because school, railway station and all the other departments are very, very important. School is very, very important, isn't it, children? Without a school, we don't have much fun. When you come to the school, you can play with your friends, isn't it? You can see your teachers, and I'll be really happy when everything comes back to its normal situation. I'm always telling the same thing. You might be thinking, why this teacher is telling the same thing? We teachers, I myself and all other teachers, we are so eagerly waiting for the children. So school plays a very important role in building our life. School teaches us very important things like good manners, how to behave in a society is taught by the school. It gives us a lot of moral values and good value education. It teaches us about different subjects like maths, science, social science, English, Hindi, Malayalam, etc. Not only that, in the school we learn how to behave socially with each other, how to adjust with each other, how to cooperate with each other. isn't it, children? The school plays a vital role in our life. For everyone, schooling is very important and education is very important. So finally, it is here in the school that we all get education. Isn't it, children? School plays an important role. Okay, children. Now let us go into reading. Shall we? Lesson number 12. Visit to neighborhood places. Get started. Do you know the names of your neighbors? If you do not, find out. Always greet them when you see them. Yeah, whenever you see a neighbor, I am sure my children are very good-mannered ones, isn't it? So when they see their friend, they say, hi, hello friend, how are you? Isn't it? And if it was a normal time, you would play with your friend. You love to see your friend. Class 2 goes on a field trip with their teacher, Mr. Sinha. They go by bus to Gandhi Colony. Mr. Sinha talks to them about the people who live in Gandhi Colony. Children, do you remember your field trip that we had gone last year? Do you remember we had gone to a timber mill and the people there taught us and showed us how the different activities are done in a timber mill? That was a field trip that we had gone last year. So here, class 2 goes on a field trip with their teacher, Mr. Sinha. They go by bus to Gandhi Colony. They go to Gandhi Colony. Last year you might have gone with Deepa Miss, or you might have gone with Shada Miss. Was it Aishwarya Miss or Shada Miss in first A? Try to remember. And you also might have gone with Sandhya Ma'am, isn't it? So Sandhya Miss, Deepa Miss and Shada Miss or Aishwarya Miss might have accompanied you to the mill, isn't it? You remember the timber mill? Children have asked various questions and it was a very enjoyable event. I had taken the children of 2nd standard. We all enjoyed the trip. So here Mr. Sinha is taking them to the Gandhi Colony and they are talking to the people. Not only that, they are talking to them about the people who live in Gandhi Colony. The people who live in an area and the places in it make up the neighborhood. So what is the neighborhood, children? As I told you, the people who live in an area and the places around it together make up the neighborhood. The people who live near our house are our neighbors. Yes, the people who live near our house are called neighbors. Near our house, we also have places like markets, hospitals, schools and banks. Yeah, we do have markets, hospitals, schools and banks, children. So now we will be telling about them, okay, each one of them. Here I don't have a market image, but yes, I do have another big market image for all of you. Okay, children, let's go into detail. My dear children, turn the page, page number 86. There are many important places in a neighborhood. We buy milk, fruits, vegetables, pulses, medicines and other things for everyday use. We buy them from the shops and stalls in the neighborhood market. Yes, children, we do have a lot of stalls in the market. Which are the things which are sold there? Medicines, pulses, fruits, milk, and also items for everyday use are sold there. Children, do you remember some famous markets of our Calicut? Can you see somebody telling SM Street? Yeah, it's a wonderful street. It's a famous street, isn't it? What is the full form of SM Street? Sweet Meat Street. Mithai Therivu, we say in Malayalam. Isn't it, children? So SM Street is very famous. You all might remember it. Fine. What about Palayam Market? Do you remember Palayam Market? Doesn't it have all these shops which they are telling here? Lot of markets are there, but these two markets you might easily remember. That's why I referred to them. Even when you are staying, wherever you are staying, maybe you may have a very famous market near to your place too. Here you can see the market. So some people are very happy to buy things and some are selling things. My dear children, let us continue. We go to the nearest hospital or clinic when we get hurt or fall ill. When do we visit hospital? Yes, when we fall sick or when we are getting any injury, we go to the hospital. The doctors and the nurses help us in getting better, isn't it, children? The doctors and the nurses in the hospital give us medicine, take care of us and help us to get well. Here it is written and help us get well. Help us to get well or get well. Both are right. So the doctors and the nurses help us to get well. Isn't it, children? Not only that, nowadays I told you these important people like doctors and nurses are called as COVID warriors. They are helping us to fight against this COVID. We have to fight COVID. We have to defeat it. So these doctors and nurses are playing a very important part, a very important role in this pandemic situation. So here also you can see there is an image of a hospital. So the doctors and nurses play an important part in the hospital and they take every possible care of the people, those who come there. Hope you had a great time listening to this. My dear children, please stay home, stay safe. Take care of your health. So that was end of today's class. Meet you in the next class. Bye-bye children. Bye for now.